Hey, RetconRaider here, and welcome back to Episode 8. Now, last time we started the long journey to the Old Sycamore, but between random encounters, the Technic League, and a vengeful ghost, we didn't quite make it there. That's why I made it a priority to finish traveling to the Old Sycamore between episodes. Oh, but I should probably re-equip Retcon's magic shield first. There we go. Alright, let's head in. Okay, so let's see what we're dealing with here. No fog of war. That's a bit unusual. Well, that's clearly the Old Sycamore to the north. That's probably where we're supposed to go, so I think we'll start by exploring the southern part of the map, then we'll start working our way north.
It is...
Cowardly traitors! Sons of a pike! Return the relic! Coward! Turn! Relic!
Silly kobold, go look your relic your dungeon. Look under bed, under table. Haha, silly kobold have no bed and no table. Search your eggs. You lose relic and blame mites. Accuse queen.
Lies! Chief Suitscale, not silly!
The kobold leader shakes his weapon at the insult.
Lies! Chief! Scale!
The kobold crier diligently copies the words and gestures of the chief, swinging his weapon. It seems both groups are but a breath away from battle.
Such hubris in such small and simple creatures. But are our own monarchs any better?
So warlike. It's like a miniature version of the Taldan Imperial Chronicles. Well, kobolds and mites are inherently evil creatures, so I should probably kill them both, but where's the fun in that?
Stop! What's going on here?
The little mite jumps in place. Stranger, you see, yes? Silly kobold attack mite. Insult us, our magnificent queen.
Lies! Mite thief! Steal relic from kobold! We revenge! Help us, stranger!
Kobolds, tell me more about what happened.
Chief. I named Suitscale. Kobold and Mite live here long, live peace. But now Mite thief, steal our relic. Thief, teal, relic,
echoes the crier enthusiastically. Oh, I can't stop laughing. He's so sweet. He repeats everything. The crier swells with pride.
Pete's everything.
How do you know the relic was stolen by the mites?
Mite tricksy, but Chief Suitscale is more tricksy. I call, new shaman come. Shaman Tartuk know who stole relic. Tartuk good. Tartuk good.
Okay, I think we all see where this is going. Let's cut to the chase. And where is Shaman Tartuk now?
Shaman was dungeon, did not enter sacred hall. Might collapse our entrance. Kobold wrath might.
Tartuk is not a real kobold. He deceived you.
Suitscale not stupid. He no real kobold.
The chief puffs up his chest, rejecting the insult. Well, alright then. What is this relic?
Relic key. Kobold take relic, enter sacred hall.
Did you really attack the mites?
Revenge. Mite coward. Kobold come, might run. We come, take them relic, go. Let they give back our relic, we give back their.
It's clear to me now.
Help kobold. Kobold strong. Fierce.
Mites, I want to ask you a few questions. A small mite bows comically. I, Celestial Vagic, hear our magnificent warrior queen, Bada. He points at his large companion, adorned with the hide of a wolf. Queen defeat scary wolf battle, vanquish 100 enemies, charm 100 hearts. Queen Bada allow you speak her. Makes it, we understand. he says generously. Legs tremble when see such beauty. My queen, why did you fight the kobolds? The Might Queen shakes her head sadly. We live here long, kobolds and mites. We live peace, friends, trade. Together hunt good shaggy animal, gut it, sweet. Long ago Chief Kobold and our old king make good alliance. 2 branch Old Sycamore we take, charm and give each to other. This be relic. Kobold have one, might have one. Not long ago kobold come, yell we thief, take our relic. Silly kobold. Why do you need the relic? 2 relic. They key, give entrance to sacred hall. There, under Old Sycamore. 1 key for kobold, 1 key for might. Each can go hall, all fair. Why do the kobolds think the relic was stolen by the mites? Kobold chief silly ugly old. Sinistral and the other mites giggle at these words. He lose last mind, listen new shaman Tartuk. Shaman not so ugly. Bada smacks her lips in approval. But angry, tricksy, say wicked might. I catch him and make crown from his scale. Pretty crown, purple. Do you know where this purple-scaled shaman is now? He prowl dungeon near our house. We see he once, but not catch. Want find shaman, look underground. Very well, I have no more questions. Queen Bada nods with a queenly air. Stranger good, fight kobold with me, win, come my chamber. We make feast, play music, throw knife in furry squirrel. Sweet. You should make peace and search for the relic together.
Never!
The chief hisses in animal rage.
Death to traitors!
The Might Queen swings her blade. We no retreat. Choose who support, stranger, or enemy us all. Well, it was worth a try. I would hear my companion's advice. Why support either? Do you think they'll ever listen to you? Let us battle these little ones, both groups, and be done with it. It's up to you, but we should remember that living among such creatures could be dangerous. The kobolds and mites are aggressive, poorly organized, and unreliable. It's better to exile them or not interfere, lest we're entangled in their unworthy deeds. They haven't done anything bad. We shouldn't attack them. I wish they would make peace, but if this isn't possible, let's side with Chief Suitscale and the kobolds. They're so funny, and they haven't the guile to lie. Alright, well, we obviously have a choice to make, and, You know, I'd love to side with the kobolds, but I feel like they're in the wrong here. Tartuccio has misled them and caused them to attack the mites unprovoked. I'll still try to resolve things peacefully if possible, but until then, I side with the mites and Queen Bada. Sweet. Stranger, go my cave chamber. Talk. Kobold, be afraid.
Insult. Blood. Wash out.
Oh, and, we're fighting. Well, except for the named characters. They seem to be automatically fleeing. I wonder if there's some relevance in the direction they're headed. Queen Bada headed north, so I'm betting the mites have a camp up here somewhere. Yeah, and since Chief Suitscale fled to the east, he's probably hiding in this cave over here. Alright, well, I do feel bad for the kobolds, but we really shouldn't let those experience points go to waste. Let's get in there. Poor guys. At least it was quick. Alright, now, I think we'll stick to our original plan, and we'll explore the south side of the map first, then migrate our way up north. Oh, but let's check out this little alcove here first. Oh, we just spotted something. I'm guessing it's this partially translated athletics check over here. There's a little bit of that in the current beta, but I'm sure they'll catch it before the final release. Let's see if we can reasonably pass that athletics check. Looks like our best bet is Amiri, and she's only got a +3. Though we can boost that to a +7 if we remove her armor. Oh, but she's also fatigued at the moment, so that's another -1 penalty. Alright, well, let's have a quick look around, and we'll come back here once her fatigue is worn off.
No stopping now.
We've got some mites ahead. Oh, and they're fighting. Okay, that's more easy experience points. Oh, hold on. We've got more kobolds in the back there. Including a kobold flame shaman. That's the real threat here. Okay, let's bypass all the mooks and go right for the caster. Well, that was quick. Let's check the corpses. Ooh, a masterwork light crossbow. We've got a mobility check here. I'm guessing that gets you on top of the hill. Ah, but there's an easier access point on the other side, so no point in risking a failed skill check. Anyway, let's see if we can get some use out of that crossbow. Nice. That's a solid upgrade. Let's take a look over here next. There's a container. Oh, and a giant frog. Well, we want that container, so let's take them out. Whoops. Let's make sure our fighters are up front. Kind of a mess there. Those things weren't very tough, though Retcon did take a hit. Let's get him patched up. There we go. And we found more valuables. Ooh, there's a hidden container.
Applause, please.
Nothing all that great.
What's that?
More minor loot. And we've got some more mites and kobolds. It's nice. Calm. An oversized mite approaches you. He raises his bald blue head with dignity, and his neck is decorated with tag locks and a wolf's fang pendant. To his right walks a kobold, also swelling with conceit.
Welcome, Peace Zone. Here no war, no one attack. Only maybe fat wolf lord. He want chew us, we more sly. Who kill him? Big reward. Ward.
Who are you?
Peaceful might and kobold, hunt together. Was easy, many might, many kobold hunt together. Now not. Not like this.
Why are you not fighting each other?
War bad. Puddles blood, scream loud. Might and kobold dead. Cold. Why fight? Dangerous hairy wolf around.
The might shakes his head helplessly.
Wise words. I think many people, not just mites and kobolds, could learn something from these creatures.
Bah, cowards.
After a short pause, the mite pats his neighbor on the back. But we no fool. Go and befriend. No want war. But Miss Queen Bada. Big beauty. Miss Beauty?
The kobold scratches his head, baffled. What did you say about wolves?
Near long tree live pack wolf. Big angry. Tell might and kobold bad thing. We maybe kill him easy, but war take hunters away.
Fine. I will kill the wolf leader.
Well, that's a nice bonus. The leader of the hunters nods at you solemnly.
I suppose I'll go.
I hear moonradish grew somewhere near. But where? If I father, call daughter Bada. And son, too.
Well, thanks for sharing. Okay, we got an extra quest and some free loot, so nothing to complain about there.
Onwards.
More giant frogs.
We will prevail.
March on.
There's another mobility check, but that's a pretty high difficulty. More vendor trash. Now let's see here. Lindsay's got a +8 to mobility. Oh, and Octavia is slightly higher at a +9. Well, the odds definitely aren't in our favor, but I also don't want to just keep walking away from things. Okay, we'll give it a shot. Oh, wow. Okay, well, that just completely destroyed us. It almost killed Octavia.
Adventures call to them.
Alright, we'll just have to come back to that later, maybe after we've had a chance to raise our skills. In fact, we should be hitting level 3 anytime now.
No stopping now.
For now, we'll either head back over here, or maybe we'll check out this little valley to the north. Oh, actually, there we go. Looks like if we had successfully climbed that tree, we would have reached these corpses and an abandoned campsite. There's another campsite over here. Alright, well, we're right around the corner from that one, so let's start heading in that direction. we've got another corpse, and we've got more kobolds. We've got something else over here, too. Tatzelworm. Whoops. Okay, well, they've got poison. No surprise there. But they're also tearing through Amiri's defenses.
Survive. I always survive.
Yeah, unfortunately Amiri's basically just a glass cannon. She's got huge damage potential, but she's way too fragile.
Saw it.
Magritium Turinos. Magritium Turinos.
Alright, let's make sure we're not missing anything, and then we'll take out those kobolds.
You see that?
Follow me.
Oh, that's more than I was expecting. My dear Kenneth Plamer, keeping in mind your desire to pursue a new archaeological mission, I spent a few hours in my library today and identified a location worthy of your research. In the northeastern part of the River Kingdom lies a region called the Stolen Lands. Many antiquities can be found in such places. No doubt an inquisitive researcher will be able to find old coins, more serious cultural objects, and even pieces of artifacts that might be restored. Naturally, you shall require the services of a specialist who might evaluate your findings during your travels. I've no doubt of your ability to recruit such a specialist once you arrive in the Stolen Lands. Such contacts can be made in large cities or settlements. You would not have your return journey encumbered with items of scant value or interest. Before you set off, it is my obligation to warn you that this place is untamed and can be perilous. Watch not only for bandits and monsters, but also impassable swamps and dangerous unwooded plains. Should you decide to visit the Stolen Lands, I strongly urge you, Kenneth, to hire a professional guide, and even better, guards. It is wise to take precautions. I should appreciate it greatly if you return with a few amusing curiosities for me as a token of our friendship. Your true friend, Agneth Bragan. I'm guessing that letter is supposed to be a clue as to what we do with all these antiques and artifact fragments we've been collecting. It mentioned finding specialists in towns and settlements, so we'll probably have to wait until Act 2 when we can establish our kingdom. Alright, let's take out those kobolds. Yeah, they're definitely guarding the entrance to the kobold caves. I don't think we're ready to take on Chief Suitscale just yet, but we can at least take out some of his guards. There's no telling how many we're going up against, so let's make sure we're ready for this. Oh, that's not so bad. Oh, and we've got reinforcements. That's why it seemed too easy. That one there is definitely a priority target. Huh. Looks like they're trapped behind some kind of invisible barrier. Well, as usual, I'll remind you that this is just a beta, so there are going to be bugs. I'm sure they'll fix it in time for the final release, but for now, it does make this fight pretty trivial. Poor guys. Though I am glad that alchemist couldn't use his bombs. Nothing notable as far as loot goes, just normal weapons and minor valuables. Oof. So close to level 3.
No stopping now.
Okay, let's go check out that camp we spotted. It looks like it's in pretty good condition, so there's probably someone there. We've got another partially translated skill prompt. I'm guessing it gets us to the other side of the rocks here. It looks like we can also get there by going around the long way, so this is probably just a shortcut. No point in risking a skill check. Whoa, hold on. Everyone back up.
Onwards.
Let's see if Octavia can do something about that trap. And we've got another trap in sight. Oh, wow. That's a 22 difficulty check. Octavia's a pretty good thief, but I'm not sure we should be messing with this. We'll give it one more try. Yeah, let's back off for now. Even with her plus 12 in trickery, Octavia's still got a 20% chance of setting off that trap. I'm definitely starting to get the impression that we're under-leveled for this area. Let's see if we can find enough experience points to hit level 3, then we'll come back and try again.
March on.
Oh, you know, since we're passing by it already, let's go ahead and give that athletics check a try. That gets her up to a plus 8 in athletics, which still doesn't give her a great chance for success, but it's worth a shot. Ow.
Work.
Okay, well, we made it through, but we took damage in the process, so let's get ourselves patched back up.
We should move.
Magritio, Turinos. Aborane, Sentes.
Alright, that's good enough for now, so let's see if it was worth it. Hey guys, what's up? Hide it! Queen Bada never find it! Treasure heavy! Aye! Protect treasure! Okay, I guess we're fighting. Well, there's only 3 of them, so this shouldn't be too hard. Looks like mites have damage resistance. Well, it's only damage resistance 2, so we should be able to power through it.
Strike where the legend.
It definitely makes me glad I sided with Queen Bada, though. That would have gotten pretty annoying pretty quickly. Alright, let's check out that treasure.
Anything else?
Nice. 2 magic items. Looks like we got a Cold Iron Dagger +1 and bracers of armor. We can definitely use that dagger, but the bracers are kind of a dud. I could give that dagger to one of our rogues, but I don't really want them to be in melee combat. Let's give it to Retcon instead. It'll cost him a bit of damage potential, but it makes up for it in other ways. Oh, and then we can give his Masterwork Light Mace to Harem. Again, it'll cost him a bit of damage potential, but it makes up for it with a higher accuracy. Okay, I think we're done here. Actually, let's make sure there are no hidden objects. Yeah, we're done. Now, let's see if we can get out of here without hurting ourselves again.
That was easy.
Oh, nice. Yeah, the difficulty check was 0, so we automatically passed. I guess that's probably to keep players from getting trapped.
Running won't help you.
Oh, and we've got another fight between kobolds and mites. That's fine. That's easy XP. Okay, now we can explore the north side of the map, so let's see here. We'll probably avoid the Old Sycamore for now, but we'll check out the corners and maybe this hill. And, I guess our death pony is just living in this valley now. We also have to remember to go back to the trapped camp over here, and the kobold cave, so really this whole southeast corner here. Alright, well, we're right on the cusp of hitting level 3, so we'll go find one more fight and then we'll take care of our level ups. Then next time we'll go back and tie up those loose ends. Oh, there's a couple of giant death ponies. Well, I feel a little bad doing this, but we need that 5 XP.
I stand ready.
And Lindsay was called forth.
I'll make my own legend.
There we go. Oh, and let's not let the meat go to waste. Okay, well, we're past the 30-minute mark, so here's what I'm going to do. I'll pause the episode real quick, create a hard save, and then I'll take a look at all of our level up options. Then I'll come back and show you what I'm planning to do, and we'll end the episode there. That way, you'll all have a chance to give me feedback in the comments section before we finalize our level ups in episode 9. And we're back. I've looked at my options, I've made my decision, so let's not waste any time. First up, we've got Retcon, and honestly, this one's kind of a no-brainer. We'll stick with being an Inquisitor. Aside from the bonus feat he gets for being a 3rd level character, he also improves his monster summoning ability, gains a bonus teamwork feat, and gains the ability to use teamwork feats even if his allies don't have them. The skills are also pretty straightforward. We'll just put 1 point into each skill he's already trained in. His feat slots are where things start getting exciting. We've got 1 universal feat slot, so we'll immediately grab Superior Summoning. This feat... hold on. There we go. This feat increases the number of creatures he can summon at a time, which is great because as of level 3, he can summon entire herds of death ponies. We also get a free teamwork feat, but our options are pretty limited. I was tempted to go with Precise Strike, which grants us extra damage whenever we're flanking an opponent in melee combat, but I don't think we're actually mobile enough to really take advantage of that. We'll still end up taking it later, but probably not until we hit level 5 and gain the Summon Tactics ability. Instead, I think we should take the Shield Wall feat, which will grant us a bonus to armor class whenever we're next to an ally with a shield. As for Retcon's new spell, well, we've mostly stuck to giving him support and restoration spells, so I think Remove Fear is a good addition to that. Back during the prologue, the assassin leader neutralized half our party with a single fear spell. This could help stop that from happening again. And that's pretty much it. Let's move on. Next up, we've got Valerie, and again, her level up is pretty straightforward. I'm giving her another level of fighter, which puts her 1 step closer to becoming a stalwart defender. Now, Valerie isn't really a skill character, so I don't think it really matters where we put her points. I'll toss a point into athletics and another point into nature lore, just because she's already trained to use them. As for her new feat, well, it's tempting to keep stacking defensive feats, but she's already got a pretty rock-solid defense. I think it's about time we start boosting her offense instead. She's already spent 1 feat slot on the Bastard Sword, so we might as well give her weapon focus too. She's currently using a magic longsword, but I figure it's just a matter of time before we find a magic Bastard Sword to replace it with. And that's pretty much it for Valerie. Though I am a bit concerned that her weapon focus ability isn't showing up on this level up screen. Okay, there it is. We're fine. Next we've got Amiri, and I really had to think about this one. I was going to give her another level of fighter, but I've had a lot of people talking up the Barbarian class, so I decided we'd alternate. She'll get a level of Barbarian every odd-numbered level, and a level of Fighter every even-numbered level. Since we're currently giving her a level of Barbarian, that means she gains the Uncanny Dodge ability, as well as a new Rage power. Oh, and of course she also gains a feat for hitting level 3. As for her skills, we'll put 1 of her points in Athletics to keep it topped off, then we'll put her other 2 points into Perception. That's because I've learned it's important to have multiple characters trained in perception, to minimize the chance that you'll miss hidden objects. Now, I think it's pretty obvious that Amiri needs some more defense, so we'll go with the easy choice here. She's always going to be wearing medium armor, so we'll give her medium armor focus. Hold on. It won't let me... There we go. Okay, so Amiri also gets a Rage power, and I'll admit, my first instinct was to go for Guarded Stance, which would give her even more armor class, but then I thought that might be overdoing it. Instead, I think we'll try to balance her offense and defense by going with the Lethal Stance. That grants her a scaling boost to accuracy when she's raging, which makes it a lot more likely she'll land those devastating crits. Next up we have Harem, and he's probably the simplest of our level ups. He gets a 3rd level in Cleric, which grants him access to 2nd level Divine spells. Now, like Valerie, Harem is pretty hopeless when it comes to skills. He only gets 1 skill point, and he's only really good at 1 skill. Since Retcon's already got religious lore covered, we'll put Harem's point into Perception instead. It's not one of his class skills, but he still gets significant bonuses from being a dwarf and from having an 18 in wisdom. As for his feat, well, I'll admit, I'm pretty defense-minded when it comes to a lot of these builds, so my first instinct was to go for armor focus. But then I remembered we've gotten a lot of use out of his divine channeling ability, so I thought we'd go with extra channel instead. It's a pretty straightforward feat. It grants him 2 extra uses of his divine channeling ability each day. More healing spells are always useful, and it could also be really helpful if we ever end up fighting undead. Next up, we've got Lindsay, and her level up is a little more involved. We'll definitely have her stick with being a bard, but we also want her to be a backup rogue for when Octavia fails. As a 3rd level bard, she also gains the Inspire Confidence ability, which will really help when it comes to some of those more dangerous skill checks. Skills are where things get a little trickier. She's only got 4 points to play with. Since we want her to be a backup rogue, we'll put her first point into trickery. But she's also our bard and chef, so we'll put her 2nd and 3rd points into her knowledge skills. Then we'll put her last point into perception because, like I said before, that's a skill you really can't get enough of. Now we have to pick Lindsay's new feat, and this choice is actually pretty obvious. We already spent a feat slot picking up Point Blank Shot, so this time we'll go ahead and pick up Precise Shot. That feat gets rid of the -4 penalty that Lindsay would normally suffer whenever she fires into melee combat. Given the way the game works, that's pretty much a mandatory feat for any character relying on ranged combat. Next, we have to choose Lindsay's new spell, and what I think the party has really been missing is a way to instantly neutralize particularly dangerous enemies, like alchemists and spellcasters. That's why I've decided to go with Tasha's Hideous Laughter, which can potentially neutralize an enemy for up to 3 rounds at a time, assuming they fail their savings throws. It won't always work, but when it does, it could potentially save the entire party. Let's take a look at our options for Octavia. Now, this is a bit trickier than usual, because Octavia is set up to become an arcane trickster. But to meet the rest of the prerequisites, you have to jump through some very specific hoops. First, we need to keep her focused on leveling up as a wizard. That's mandatory if you want to unlock the Arcane Trickster Prestige class as quickly as possible. Second, we have to make sure we put her skill points in the right place. Octavia only gets 3 skill points per level, and we have to put that into Mobility, Trickery, and Arcane Lore. Again, this is mandatory if you want to unlock the Prestige class, because it requires at least 4 ranks in each of those 3 skills. Third, we have to make sure we give Octavia the right feat. Now, this is an optional step, but if you want to unlock the Prestige class as quickly as possible, you're going to want to take the Accomplished Sneak Attacker feat. You can skip this step if you want, but then you'll have to take a 2nd level of Rogue instead. That's all of the mandatory stuff we have to do, so now we've actually got some options with choosing new spells. Personally, I thought we'd start off by giving Octavia a nice crowd control spell, Color Spray. It's a pretty nice area spell that ignores allies and potentially stuns, blinds, or knocks down multiple opponents at a time. For Octavia's 2nd spell, I thought we'd go with Hurricane Bow. It effectively increases the size category of a single ranged weapon, drastically increasing its damage output, which I think would go pretty nicely with her sneak attack abilities. She could also cast it on Lindsay, which would give our bard a bit of a damage boost during difficult fights. And that's it, we're done. Like I said, this is how I'd like to level up our party, but I'd also like to hear feedback and suggestions before I finalize those decisions. Since I'm coming into this as a D&D player, I'm sure there are plenty of folks out there who are much more familiar with the Pathfinder rule set than I am, so feel free to let me know where I might have made some mistakes or where I just might have made some less than optimal decisions. Obviously, I can't promise that I'm going to follow every suggestion, but I will at least take everything under consideration. Anyway, that's pretty much everything we can do until episode 9, so this is RetconRaider, signing off. Thanks for watching. Oh, and remember, although I do love playing the Pathfinder Kingmaker beta, you can find out more about the game by visiting the official website, the official YouTube channel, or the original crowdfunding campaign over on Kickstarter. Links are in the description.